Community Media House we started in the year 2011 as a pilot project. The purpose was to start an organization that could nurture the talent of the young people. But the best approach that we took was that we decided to go the company way, not to go as an NGO, because there was a need for employment for the youths, and that was the only best way to create employment.
Nairobi Community Media House, good morning.
The structure of Nairobi Community Media House, it's a unique and dynamic one, in that the employees are the major shareholders in the company. This enables them to work even harder. This not only gives them that economical value, but also it gives them that social value, in that they feel a part of the company.
Here at Nairobi Community Media House, I'm an editor. Through African Slum Journal, I got the opportunity to talk about what I see daily in our slum filmmaking videos.
Currently, I'm working as a reporter for African Slum Journal, and I really enjoy doing my job. My goal is to work for the betterment of the slum society. My dream is to have a world that will watch all the stories that we produce from the slums, stories that are not told by any other media house.
Mukuru is a Swahili word that means a valley. It was unfit for permanent construction and converted it to a dump site for industrial waste. Due to poverty, people joined it for scavenging and grew up to a slum now with over 100,000 residents. For African Slum Journal, I'm your host Milan Kamau, reporting from Mukuru.
Kibera is the biggest slum in Kenya, second largest slum in Africa, and one of the biggest slums in the world.
Join me Musa Chari in African Slum Journal as I take you through street soccer in Madare slum.
Dandora is a popular slum in Nairobi, Kenya. It's well known for its dumping site, Boma, where 2,000 tons of garbages are dumped each and every day, causing health problems among residents living in this area. Join me, Eris Hajira, in African Slum Journal as I take you through the dark side of Nairobi City in Dandora slum.
Live on the edge of Isile Airbase, residents of Kiambio slums still live in fear that any time bulldozers may come and sweep away their houses, leaving them homeless. For African Slum Journal, I'm your presenter, Benjamin Sidoli.
Located about 7 kilometers from the city center, Kariobangi light industry is one of the fastest growing industry in the slum. Join me, Usla Akinyi, in African Slum Journal as I take you through what you can find in this industry.
These stories are reported by young journalists from the slums.
Our staff members, our reporters, coming from these areas, Nairobi Community Media House, we have formed a bond with these communities.
I am from the slum. It's not something easy because the kind of life we live there is very hard, but then we don't have another option but to live there because we were brought up there.
We chose to work with the youth from the slums because they don't have someone who can lead them over to give them jobs. So we decided to empower them so that they can speak for themselves and employ themselves.
I joined the company in June 2012. That was when I had a position that had opened for an accountant. So I had no experience of what goes on in bookkeeping and accounting. Our partner, Voices of Africa Media Foundation, paid us a courtesy call, and they offered to pay for my training, and they also purchased a program for accounting, which I have been working with since then. This way to the bank, those are the charges.
Through our partnership with organizations like Voices of Africa Media Foundation, we've had opportunities whereby we train and we do all our best to ensure that they become high-value staff members.
When I knew about African Slum Journal, I applied and got an internship. I hope to be a good journalist in future and also to teach young aspiring journalists.
It's not about negative things only coming out from these neighborhoods, but there's so much positive issues that need to be taken out there. And the ability to come up with unique stories from those neighborhoods, that's something it's very special.
Here in Kibera, these young mothers are scattered everywhere.
Before nipate ball, nilikuwa marafiki na baba mtoto. Nikafika mahali saa nikapata hiyo ball nikamshow. Alianza kukataa, lakini alifika mahali akaanza kukataa ati ni uongo, sina ball. Sasa mimi mwenyewe nikaboeka, nikaacha shule.
In Nairobi Community Media House, we have so many formats. For example, we have TV and video documentaries, whereby we do documentary for the NGOs and ministries, and also produce TV formats like it's called Viragosi. Viragosi is a Swahili word, but it means puppets.
Hakuna mami. Lazima kila wakati.
And also produce African Slum Journal, where reporters go into their places where they live. They collect stories about issues that affect people in the slums so as to encourage development.
As the country gears towards digital migration, the local dailies are screaming, "It is all system goes," and now Kenyans are actually flocking into the stalls to ensure that they get their set boxes on time. Hello and welcome to African Slum Journal. I'm your host, Jimmy Kitiro. Stay on set.
I see African Slum Journal as one of powerful tools from the slums in highlighting the stories, predicaments, and of course the successes of those people living in the slums.
Siku naenda kibarua napeo 150. Kwa siku tunakula mara moja. Juu hiyo pesa ya kukula lunch na asubuhi hakuna.
The people who live in the slum were not watching these stories because they cannot access internet. So we came up with a project called Bunge Mtaani that invite people in a hall, and then after that we showcase our stories and we let these people talk about those issues and be part of the solution.
So kama tuseme kwa mfano hapa viwandani, nataka kujua issue kama moja ama mbili gani mna face kubwa sana.
Environment ya huku si poa hivyo. Si poa ndio unasikia magonjwa ndio yanatokea hivyo.
The idea behind Bunge Mtaani is that it should be a rotational screening in the slums. You find that people are really willing to open up. There's a high demand that it should continue and continue. We did the first phase, which was 6 villages, but then there was a demand that we have to rotate it again. So we are doing the second phase and we've done 2. So from the beginning we've done, up to now we've done 8 visits in different slums.
Serikali ikiona kama inafomolea sisi, itajua mahali itatupeleka wengine maskini kabisa. Tukae hapo tukufie hapo.
The impact Bunge Mtaani creates is like it gives a platform to the people. And we do this with the help of the groups, the leaders of the society, the NGOs, the media houses, the radio stations. We combine ourselves together and come up with a strong topic of the day. Then we see how we can create a solution.
So unapata nilizaliwa huku, mamangu alikujanga huku akiwa teenager, akazalia tu huku. So hapa kibomolewa, mimi ama mtoto kijana wetu.
The reason of holding the Bunge Mtaani in Dandora was about that largest dumping site. And you see this dumping site is a home of many people who live around there. This is where they scavenge for food. This is where they call home. Some even live there. They do so many things around this place. And so they were worried about this dumping site being relocated to another place. So we decided that this is going to be an issue whereby we are going to invite outside people and people who work inside. Because if you look at these people working in Dandora dumping site, you may think that they are mad people. The way they dress, they eat from the garbage. So we wanted to make that bridge between the outside and inside, and also discuss about the relocation of this dump site.
Si hatuna shida basi na kuhama kama wanataka tuame hivyo, lakini sasa kama watu kuna mali wanataka kutupeleka.
Kikao hiki nimependezwa nacho sana.
na mwe mnaingia mara mingi sana na kwa wengi.
There is a chairman called Goko who followed me and said, "Oh, you did a very nice thing, because at least people outside there can see that we are just the same as them. It's just that we work here in the dump site." From what this man told me, I felt like at least we have changed the perception of people through Bunge Mtaani.